Welcome to day 2 of the 12 Cookies of Christmas. I'm Lucille Orr-D'oeuvre, and today we are making lemon bars. Now, you might say, Lucille, this is supposed to be the Cookies of Christmas. It's day 2 of 12, and we still haven't seen any cookies. Well, the St. Lucy's buns of yesterday are an important Yuletide tradition. They're about the size and weight of a cookie, and they're just too good to pass up. According to tradition, St. Lucy delivered a shipment of grain against all odds to the land we now call Sweden, at a time when it was suffering from a great famine. One cannot argue that honoring an important reminder of helping fellow humankind is not appropriate for a Christmas cookie program. Now, as for lemon bars, the term cookie is rather broad, and it doesn't only relate to what the British call biscuits, which are really a misnomer unless they're baked twice over as biscotti are. One of the traditional forms of cookie is the bar cookie, loosely defined as ingredients that are poured into a pan, sometimes in layers, and then cut into cookie-sized shapes after baking. Thank you, Wikipedia. The bar cookie is common around the world, and to my knowledge, very common among the North American 20th century kitchen. Wherever you'll find ambrosia salad, deviled eggs, and a jello mold, you're sure to find some kind of bar cookie, be it a date square or an Nanaimo bar. These particular lemon bars are not to be confused with any type of ordinary confection, though. This recipe was specially selected on a rare road trip through Big Sur, California. I stopped at a lovely gift shop at the Nepenthe restaurant on Highway 1 and was so enchanted I bought their cookbook. And these are their family's lemon bars, with a few slight alterations. Simpler than their flavor suggests, these delightful dears will set you back about 1 hour in the kitchen, and one pan of these will serve about 12 people, but it might only serve one depending on how good the cook's self-control is. To start out, you'll need, for the crust, 1 cup of all-purpose flour. I use whole wheat and it works out just fine. 1/4 cup of confectioner's sugar. Granulated will not work as a substitute in this case. A pinch of salt and 1/2 cup or 1 stick of cold butter cut into 1/2-inch pieces. Make that about 1.5 centimeters if you're going by the metric unit of measurement. That's all you'll need for the crust. Then for the lemon filling, you'll need 1 1/4 cups of granulated sugar. That's the regular stuff you put in your coffee. 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, 4 eggs, large eggs, 2 teaspoons of grated lemon zest, and the only real work you need to really do in this recipe, 2/3 of a cup of fresh squeezed lemon juice. The kind from the bottle just isn't going to do the trick. Now, 2/3 of a cup. Every single time I've made these takes about 4 lemons for when you're in the grocery store, and you can't exactly measure out the amount of juice the lemons have. Then you'll also need a little bit of confectioner's sugar later on for dusting. Now getting started. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit and lightly grease a 9 by 12-inch casserole dish. Starting with the crust, You'll cream the butter and sugar and flour together in a large mixing bowl, either with a pastry cutter, as I like to use, or in the bowl of a mixer, if you have one, and pulse it until it resembles coarse meal. Press that evenly into the bottom of your casserole dish and bake it for about 18 to 20 minutes. Let it cool for 5 minutes and turn the oven down to 300 degrees Fahrenheit. The crust is done. Now time for the filling. Whisk together the granulated sugar and flour in a medium mixing bowl, and then whisk the eggs in one at a time until it is smooth. Then stir in the lemon zest and the lemon juice. Pour the filling onto the still warm crust and bake it for about 20 to 25 minutes, or until the center no longer jiggles. The Jell-O mold should be the only thing jiggling on its table. You let them cool in the dish on a wire rack. This takes some time, and you must control yourself so you can let these little dears set properly. Then, before you slice them into squares, rectangles, or whatever shape you wish, my special trick to keep yourself from eating all of them before anyone else gets to them is to slice a 1-inch border around the edge of the dish. You see, the casserole dish usually curves up at the edges and around at the corners, so they aren't true squares. So I trim off that misshapen part, and I eat it for myself before anyone has the chance to see these squares. Then when I serve them, everyone marvels at my self-control. They cannot believe that I am able to resist eating one, but they don't know that I just ate 20% of the tray myself in the kitchen. Then you lightly dust them with confectioner's sugar just before serving them, as the sugar will dissolve fairly quickly into the filling, and the effect will be lost if you dust them when they're still warm. I would suggest keeping them in the fridge for 4 to 5 days, or the freezer for up to a month, but they never last that long. Then it's just time to make a new batch. Simple enough. Thank you all for joining me here for another Christmas cookie. I hope to see you all again tomorrow. Until then, I'm Lucille Orr-D'oeuvre. Bye-bye.